what would you like to know more than anything else? You and I
Okay.
spent a ton of
Yeah.
time on this, so
Okay. Why hasn't anybody interviewed Hillary Clinton yet? Who paid for the Steele dossier, central figure in all this. They've interviewed so many people, like dozens of witnesses, came before Mueller, came before Congress, all these parallel congressional investigations. No one's interviewed Hillary Clinton, who paid for the Steele dossier, who knew about the phony Alpha Bank story. Still, 6 years later, has not been interviewed by anybody. So that's one thing. And also, I have all the questions about CrowdStrike, and that's a Clinton campaign contractor, a firm that generated the foundational allegation of Russian hacking, later admitted privately they had no evidence for that, as we've talked about before. We still haven't seen their reports that they produced, gave to the FBI. That's an aspect of this that is very still unresolved to me, is what was the basis for claiming that Russia stole those emails, and what is the actual evidence? And what was the role of this Clinton campaign hired firm, CrowdStrike, in generating all of this?
those are both great ones. The Hillary Clinton one's really interesting because there have been plenty of journalists who've had a shot at that, right? Like, not one of them is going to ask a question about any of this stuff. It's kind of amazing. She was tweeting stories that were produced by by Steele. So she was the source, or her campaign was the source for that stuff, and then Hillary Clinton is responding to this during the campaign. Why hasn't one journalist proposed that question to her? Like, hey, don't you think that was a little bit fraudulent to do that?
Yep.
You know,
And same with Jake Sullivan, who's currently the national security advisor. He was also promoting the Alpha Bank falsehoods, and he's not been questioned about this by the media, and also by, as far as I know, John Durham. And why not? I mean, when Michael Flynn was the national security advisor, he was ousted because he was interviewed by the FBI in his first couple of weeks on the job. So why not offer the same standard to the current national security advisor, Jake Sullivan? It just seems like there's a lot of double standards here, and a lot of ways in which John Durham has not taken this nearly as far as he could.